Hello friends, let us start the fourth chapter of our class Political Science, that is the gender, religion and caste. In the last chapter we discussed the diversity, that democracy. In chapter the democracy and diversity we see that how the different types of diversity are there in a democracy, and a democratic country has to accommodate all this diversity. Here we discuss the three major diversity found in the world, that is first gender, then religion and then caste, which is one of the major diversity found in India. So let's start with the diversity, that is gender. Gender diversity, if we see, then this is a diversity which is in other word we can say a universal diversity. This type of diversity is found in whole over world. In each and every part of the world there is this type of diversity, means we found male also and female also. So in gender, our first, or the gender politics, our first topic is the sexual division of labor. As we can see by name, it is clear, the labor means the work is divided on the basis of sex, on the basis of gender. So if we go in each and every part of the world, in each culture, in each religion, we see that the work is divided between the gender, and obviously the division is that all the household work is for the woman and all the outside work are for the male. This has been practiced for time immemorial. The work, like as you can see, this work is for the male, and the making of food is the work for the female. So this is how we can divide the work of male and female already since ancient time. Means woman, she is confined to a private domain of a family. All the household work are for women, while on other hand men, the all public domain has been monopolized by the men, means all the outside work are for men only. As you can see here in this picture, when we discuss about the work of female, then obviously this type of image comes in our mind, that women are fetching water for many kilometers, and this is how much work a woman is doing. But even then, what we think is that the work of male is much more than the work of female. As we see that the women constitute half of the population of the world, but their role in public life, especially in the life of politics and some other hard-working life, we see the monopoly is on the hand of man or male. Since last few years we see the role of women is increasing in the field of politics, but still it is male dominated. As we can see in India, since we have only one female prime minister and one female president. And if we see America, then since last 200 years America doesn't see any female president. So this itself shows the role of women in politics is very less. As we are saying that the women are doing much more work than men, we can, let's compare it through and see who can do whatever, like man or woman. The best example in front of us is our own home. Let's start from early morning. We can see in our own home, just see, if you are a children, you can see that who rised up early in the morning. Obviously it's the mother, not papa. Then who prepare food for us, breakfast for us? Mother. We see that our school dress is ready. Our papa also see that his office dress is also ready. So each and everything is ready. And who done this? Mummy. Then papa go for office for 8 hours only. And before coming to the after coming to school, we see that the lunch is ready. Who prepared it? Mummy. Even if mummy also doing job, she prepared the lunch for us so that we cannot face any kind of problem. All the household work, whether she herself do or she see that the maid do it or not, so all the household work is also done by mummy, not by papa. When papa come in the evening, obviously he just throw his bag on one side and sit on a chair and just order for a tea. And it's look like that, or he is showing that he do a lot of work, but he done a work of 8 hours only and just order to mummy that prepared a tea. And this is how we see that the tea is already prepared by mummy. One by one we can see that maximum work is done by mummy. Then obviously the dinner is ready by mummy. Not only this, in the night also it is mummy who see that is we take milk or papa take its medicine meal or whatever he need or not. And then who sleep late in the night? It's mummy who sleep late in the night. Not only she sleep in late in the night, but she also watch during the whole night and comes in our room and see that are we okay or not. So continuously she watch her children, her husband during the whole night also. So this is how we see that how much work a woman is doing. And this is a work of a woman who is living in urban areas. In rural areas we see in the early morning women go for fetching water, women go for collecting the fuel woods, etc. And this is so much work is done by women. And even then we are saying that the male is doing much more work than female and male is dominated. The reason is that whatever the work is done by male, he do this work for money, while women do all his work not for money. She do all work for selfless. There is no selfishness in her. So this is how we see in the world many feminist movement. Obviously feminist movement means all those movement which women are doing for their right, whether a woman or a man, male, whomsoever doing a movement, the movement is for the equal rights for females. Like the women of the French, during the French Revolution, women do movement for equal rights and also for equal rights in politics and equal rights in voting, and also in any other parts women also wants equal rights. So this is how these type of movements are known as the feminist movement. Basically in these types of movements what we see, that they demanded equal rights for women in all spheres of life. There were agitation in different countries for the extension of the voting rights to these women. They demanded or enhancing the political and the legal status for women. As you can see here, this type of many movements are continuously going on in different parts of the world. They also demanded to improvement, and there should be improvement in the education or educational and the career opportunities for women, as like whatever the mm, opportunities are available for the men in this world. So this is how we are seeing that in the whole world women are fighting for their own rights, and these rights are known as the feminist movement. Let us see the different aspects of life in which the women are discriminated in this world, especially in our country India. Literacy rate. If we see literacy rate, then obviously in the data itself shows that we are giving much more attention to boys than girls. Like if we see the literacy rate of 2001, then in 2001 our literacy rate is approximately 65%, in which men are 76% men are in India. 76 men are literate. On other hand, if we see women, then only 54% women are literate. Or we can see our own class also. You can see that who is more in your class, girls or boys. You can see that boys are much more than class. And obviously, why should a parents invest money on girl? Obviously, if they spend money or invest money on boy, for example 1 crore rupee on boy on his education, then later on the son will give return them 1000 crore rupees as a return. So this is good for them. But if they spend money on girls, like parents spend money on girls 1 crore rupees, then obviously girls also give return of 1000 crore rupees. But this money they will give to their husband, their in-laws, not to them. Then why should parents spend money? This is what the thinking is found in Indian parents, especially the parents which are living in rural areas. And as we know that India's 70% population is living in rural areas, and here parents thinking is somewhere like this, and that is why they are not spending money or investing money for girls education. So let's come to the next field where we see the discrimination of women in India after literacy, and that we can see as in the sex ratio. As you can see sex ratio in this map also. The reason I already discussed with you, there is no interest in boys, so parents are preferring boys, so no interest in girls. So that is why we see, sorry, it is 927 girls per 1000 boys, and is at present it is found here in India. So this is how we see, even in the, you can see the map here in the Punjab and Haryana, too much cases of abortion we see found here in this part, because there is no interest, no profit found in girls, or parents have to spend a lot of money not only for education but for marriage purpose also. Recently what news comes from Jodhpur that there is a village in Jodhpur where a Bharat comes, means the Bharat comes after 250 years in that particular village. Means since last 250 years no girls were there. No, it is not possible. Actually there are many type of rituals in this part of India where if girl take birth, they kill the birth in a proper manner. Means they speak the shlokas, and this is in a very systematic manner, like it is they are doing some puja or ritual activities, and this in this manner they kill the girl, the infant girl baby. So this is how we see, this is the main reason that the sex ratio is continuously falling down in India, which is one of the major problem of India. The third reason you can see here, and that is the domestic violence. Here also we see women are discriminated. We have a lot of reports in different kinds where we see harassment, exploitation, and violence against the women, and this is happening both in urban area and in rural areas both. And this is how we see that the women are not safe even within their own home also. As you can see here how the husband is beating her wife, and this is how you can see here a photo. In this photo we can see a woman, a victim who faced domestic violence, and this photo is from a developed country. So this is how we can see this type of problem of domestic violence is found everywhere, and women are too much discriminated here in this field. And the next one is the unpaid work. If we come to the unpaid work, the proportion of women doing a lot of work, as we discussed here also in men and women, that women are doing a lot of work, but they can do this work without interest, but man only for me. For example, even in once when I was teaching a class, I asked one boy that you want to become a, you will prepare food when you become young. He said no. Then I asked another question to another one, that will you do some work of stitching type of work? So he also said no, I can't. Then I again go to the first one boy and tell him that okay, to second boy I said this thing, will give you 1 crore rupee monthly as a salary, then you will do the work of stitching type of work? He said yes. Then I asked the question to the first one boy, to whom I asked that will he ready for food? He said no. When he said, oh, obviously he said no for that. Now when I tell him that multi 5-star hotel give you work of chef and will provide you 50 lakh rupees monthly, will you do this job? He said yes. So this is how we can see that the boy is immediately ready to do work, any kind of work, but only that work which is paid. On other hand, we see that women are not that type of. So this is how we see that women are discriminated in this field also. The example, I will take the example of Bollywood also. Like here in this film, there is a film, I think the name of that film is Wanted or Welcome, yes, Welcome, where Akshay Kumar get 50 crore rupees wages. For the same film, Katrina Kaif get only 2.5 crore rupees. We cannot imagine a film without a heroine, and obviously we cannot imagine a film without a hero. Both are equal, but their wages are not equal. So this is how we see that how women are discriminated in this field. Here is an international data taken by a these are totally authentic data by taken in an authentic survey. You can see like the income generating work. If we see, then obviously male are doing 6 hour average income generating work, while female are doing only 2 hour 40 minutes income generating work. If we see the household related work, then male are doing just half an hour. They are spending half an hour for household work, while female are spending 5 hours for household work. On the other hand, we basically thought that women are doing a lot of talking and gossiping, but male are doing or spending 1 hour 25 minutes for gossiping. On the other hand, women are spending 1 hour 20 minutes for gossiping. Means male are doing much more gossiping or talking than women. And if we come to the leisure or no work, then the ratio is somewhere both are same, 3 hour 40 minutes for men and 3 hour 50 minutes for female. If we come to the self-care, then male are spending for 12 hour 25 minutes for it, while women are spending only 11 hour 10 minutes for it. So this is how we can see in this data which was taken by the government of India time use survey in the year 1998-99 that women are not only doing unpaid work, whatever they are doing totally without any selfish. So now let's come to the next topic. The topic is same, gender. In this gender topic, let's come to the women's role in politics. So if we see the women's role in politics, then in India it is very less. Obviously, as you can see here, it's very shame that India's ratio is somewhere equal to the Arabian nation, which is 8.2 and India is 8.3, while the world average is 16.8. So India is half of that somewhere. On other hand, it is also very less, but if we come to the developing part of the world, then the developed nations, here we see the ratios were too much in the Nordic country, in the Scandinavian nations like Sweden, Finland and Norway. Here it is 40, the highest in the world. So this is how we see that in India, in politics also they are discriminated. In India we have 3 levels: union, state and local level. And in local level the 33% seats are reserved for female, and that is why now we can see the 10 lakh women are in politics just because of this action. And since last many years we are trying to reserve seats, 33% seats reserved to women in the union and state level, but still we haven't get this achievement. A country who is saying that they are worshipping goddesses in their country, we can see the data that how much women are there. If 50% are male and 50% are female, then in a country's population, then obviously the representation should be 50-50%. A male cannot understand the problem of a female. 8.3 means 92% are male, and these 92% male cannot understand the problem of female. We get a very good data and in our experiment here that how females rise up the problem of female representatives in panchayats, and this is how now the conditions of the female are improving in local level. So we have to do some good steps on it also. That's all in this part. In the next part of our chapter we will do the religion part. Any kind of problem if you face, then you can send your doubt to me in my blog, which is bipindogra.blogspot.in. Thank you, student.